Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. I have been saying it in this channel that the APC, by their abysmal performance, cannot win free and fair election in Nigeria any day. However, that can only happen if Nigerians ensure that the APC was not given a space to rig the election. Now, one of the things that aid governments in power to rig the election in Nigeria is the appointment of the Independent National Electoral Commission chairman. This is because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. The appointment, the procedure or the process for the appointment of the INEC chairman has to be reviewed and how it has to be tinkered with if really the APC or any government in power can be easily defeated in an election in Nigeria. Now, if you take a look at historical precedent, you find out that since 1999, those appointed to superintend over INEC as chairman tend to, whether we like it or not, favor the governments in power or those that appointed them. Now, we saw it from Maurice Iwu to what is operating today. Because if you look at one of the things that was, if you like, call it the undoing of Jonathan, was trying to be politically correct. He wanted to be seen as different from Obasanjo and co. when he appointed Alhaji Yusuf, who was a known activist, to be the INEC chairman. And that was one of his greatest undoing. Because at the end of the day, he couldn't have control over Jega. And Jega went ahead and do his own thing. And the thing went in favor of APC. But APC, they are smarter than PDP. They have digged in. You can see how Buhari appointed Mahmoud Jega, INEC chairman, in 2015. And Jega delivered APC in 2019. And Jega again delivered APC in 2023. And we are now in a position where a new INEC chairman is going to be appointed by next year, because you know that by 2025, the tenure, at least by 2025, the tenure of Mahmoud Yakubu, which was renewed in 2020 by former President Muhammad Buhari, will come to an end. It means that he had finished his 10 years, 5 years tenure of office, and a new chairman will be appointed. So it is important that the issue of the appointment of INEC chairman be also addressed. That is, you can therefore imagine my excitement when political parties in Nigeria, under the aegis of Inter-Party Advisory Council, made a call and demanded that the next INEC chairman should be appointed independent of the president. Now, the INEC national chairman, the IPAC national chairman, that the Inter-Party Advisory Council national chairman, Alhaji Yusuf Mamman Dantalle, he called for an independent body. He was speaking on behalf of all the political parties in Nigeria, because IPAC, the Inter-Party Advisory Council, is the umbrella body of all registered political parties in Nigeria. So he speaks for them. So he said that an independent body to appoint the INEC chairman is what is needed in the country today. He's therefore calling for an independent body to appoint the INEC chairman, national commissioners, and the resident electoral commissioners. Now, these are some of the key appointments that the sitting president often use to ensure that they rig election in Nigeria, to facilitate the rigging of election, or to facilitate their party winning, rigging the election. All these officials, because they are appointed by the president, they operate at the mercy of the president. So he said, look, the best process is for an independent body to be responsible for the appointment of INEC chairman, national commissioners, and resident electoral commissioners. He made a call at the public presentation of the book Electoral Management Bodies in Nigeria since 1958 by the Electoral Hub, which was held in Abuja. He said that this will move the powers of appointment from the president to a neutral body, subject to confirmation by the Senate, adding that it is inappropriate for the president who participates in an election to appoint his umpire. Speaking further, he said that election is at the heart of democracy, and that the beauty of the electoral process, and that it is at the heart of the beauty of electoral process, that's elections, that elections are at the heart of democracy and the beauty of electoral process, adding that it is obvious that there can be elections without democracy, but there cannot be democracy without election. He said that because election is the life wire of any democracy, and the ballot is sacrosanct, as the power resides with the people for smooth political succession, the need for a neutral, non-partisan, independent, unbiased, and impartial election management body to conduct free, fair, credible, transparent, inclusive, and peaceful elections that will deepen the democratic process cannot be overemphasized. He went on to say that the integrity, quality, credibility, and acceptability of elections are directly related to the expertise, capability, and competence of the electoral body that conducted them, he said. Now, I absolutely agree with the national chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council that indeed one of the reforms that must be done to cleanse the odious stubble in Nigeria electoral process is to remove the power to appoint INEC chairman, INEC electoral commissioners, and independent state resident electoral commissioner from the president. That is what is needed to be done, and it has to be part of the reforms that is going to make it difficult for the APC or any government in power to rig election as they normally do with ease. This is because, let's face the fact, when you give the president the power to appoint electoral commission chairman, and then the commissioner, INEC commissioners, and then state resident electoral commissioners. What you are saying is that you have given opportunity for those people appointed to feel that they owe the appointment to the president. And you know how difficult it is in Nigeria to get anything, for people to make a headway. Most of the places you make money in Nigeria is either in politics. It's just through politics. And somebody who made an INEC commissioner, INEC whatever, sees this as an opportunity to grab his own share of the national cake. And he wouldn't want to displease the man that put him there. So that is why the INEC must insist that the IPAC must insist that their suggestion is taken seriously by the National Assembly in their review of the Constitution, the ongoing review of the 1999 Constitution, so that these things are enshrined in the Constitution, that the president does not have the power to appoint INEC chairman, INEC commissioners, and resident electoral commissioners. This is very important. And if we look at other countries, even where their president appoints the electoral commission chairman, he doesn't do it independently the way we do in Nigeria. Here in Nigeria, the president will just compile the list of those he wants to put there as commissioners and send to the Senate for approval. And that was it. There is even no due diligence, especially when you have a rubber stamp National Assembly. In the case of South Africa, they used to advertise the position. For example, in South Africa, when the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, when his tenure came to an end, like now, Mahmoud Yakubu's own is coming to an end by next year. Now, in South Africa, when the chairman of the Electoral Commission tenure came to an end, the Electoral Commission Act states that when there is a vacancy for a commissioner that needs to be filled, an appointment process in accordance with the Act shall be undertaken. During the period, the Office of the Chief Justice publishes notices in the media calling for nomination of interested persons to fill the vacancy in the Electoral Commission. Now, when was the last, have you ever had anything like that? When they want to nominate new Electoral Commission, they advertise, there's a vacancy published in Nigerian newspapers. I say, if you are interested, those who are interested should apply, or you can recommend anybody. You don't know, like Mahmoud Yakubu, who did he contest with before he became the INEC chairman? When Buhari reappointed him, or when he was appointed first after the 2015 election, who contested with who attended the interview with him? At least who? But in South Africa, 8 people will be nominated. 8 people will be nominated. Even their own is not perfect, because the president still have to, at the end of the day, approve. But at least it shows a kind of unanimity among the people, the stakeholders, whoever emerges. Somebody don't just emerge from anywhere as a sort of political patronage, or one person or the other. Recall that in the heat of the election, there was a trending video in the last election, after the last election, thereabout, where the former governor of Rivers State and former Minister of Transportation Chibike Amechi, who was also a presidential aspirant under the APC, and who came second in the APC presidential primaries behind Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He alleged that he knew that the election will go the way it went in the last 2023 election. He said because, according to, he alleged that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was allegedly instrumental in the emergence of the INEC chairman, the renewal of his tenure in 2020. And Amechi was saying that he was among the group that opposed his appointment. But the camp that belongs to Bola Ahmed Tinubu was able to influence the president, and his appointment was renewed. Okay, but you didn't hear anything about this, if not the way the election went, that made Chibike Amechi to talk about it in a trending video at that period. Nobody knew how Mahmoud Yakubu even emerged in the first place, because it was not advertised. There were no other contestants that we know about. But at least in South Africa, the Chief Justice of South Africa, they will publish this thing, that there's a vacancy and people can apply or be nominated. Now, according to their own act, a panel consisting of the Chief Justice, Chairperson of Human Rights Commission, Chairperson of the Commission for Gender Equality, and the Public Protector compiles a short list for the nomination received. So when people submit the nomination, they will compile a list. This panel, headed by the Chief Justice of South Africa and others, they will gather this the application form, so to say, of those who applied for being election commissioners. And from those that apply, if 100 applied, 200 applied, they will select only 8 persons. And then that 8 persons, they will now recommend them and nominate one candidate. They will now, out of the 8, they will select 8 candidates, sorry. They will select 8 that they will submit to a committee, and that committee will now select one person to be the commissioner, and that commissioner will now be presented to the National Assembly in South Africa, and by majority of members' recommendation, they will, by resolution of the National Assembly of South Africa, simple majority, if they support that person is eligible to be the commissioner, they will submit the name of the person, they will endorse the person, and then submit it to the president. Now it is left for the president to decide whether he likes that person or not. That is where I have issue with that of South Africa. But at least there's a semblance of transparency and accountability in the process of selection. The South African model is not perfect, but it is far better than what we have here in Nigeria, where they just use these appointments for political patronage. That was why you see a lot of people complaining that many electoral commissioners, state electoral commissioners, are card-carrying members of APC and all kinds of allegations. Of course, they deny all these things. But the truth of the matter remains that if we want to do well, if we must improve our electoral process, one of the issues that need to be addressed is the power of the president to appoint the umpire in which he is a participant. Nothing shows lack of transparency. Not like, I think the appropriate word is level playing ground in the process. Because when the president appoints the person, imagine a football team appointing the referee for the match between that team and another team. You know what the result will be even before the ball is kicked off. So that is why you can see the confidence that APC, they talk most of the time. This is because they know that the playing field, the political playing field, is not level. There's no level playing ground in the political process. So they have the edge. But that edge is what must be removed from them before the next election. So I wholeheartedly support the political parties in Nigeria for what this thing they are advocating. I hope they can push it forward, and I hope that National Assembly is listening. If truly they want things to go well in Nigeria, because the reason why those in authority treat Nigerians with disdain is because they know that the people did not vote for them. Many of them spent billions, borrowed money to be able to wangle their way into the position they are occupying today against the wishes of Nigerian people. So they're even angry with the Nigerian people for knowing who they were and rejecting them. So they're not working for Nigerian people, but at least let them know that truly what the country needs. Let them have the conscience to know that what the country needs is a reform of the electoral process, and for the INEC chairman to be appointed by independent body. Not only the INEC chairman, the electoral commissioners and state electoral commissioners, commissioners of INEC and state electoral commissioners. They all should be appointed by independent body, devoid of politics, so that when they are there, they will be able to do the needful in ensuring election that is transparent, devoid of rigging, manipulation, and deceit that has characterized INEC conducted elections in recent times. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.